I just want to see Pays get cooked. I want to see JDG beat TES to give LPL hope, and then I want to see him get into the finals with AL, and then I want to see Pays get absolutely cooked. Fat 3-0, Pays 10 deaths every game. Cooked. Expose him for the fraud that he is.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to stop you there. Speaking of doves,
3 of
the leagues are done, huh?
Oh, are we at 3 because LCP finished? I see. You're gonna have to tell me about that because I don't think I know. I know CFO was going on a tear. I don't know if they won. Did they beat Talon in the finals?
Yeah, they did. So they had
okay.
like a classic double elim like bracket for playoffs. CFO made it to the grand final after beating Vikings, which is Vietnamese team.
Right, and then Vikings fell to Talon in the lower bracket, and then Talon.
Yeah, Talon got 3-1 by CFO. I want to say.
And then what? CFO has Junjia now, right?
Yeah.
That guy just runs that region, right?
He does. Yeah,
Junjia just runs that whole region, bro.
Yeah.
He got like MVP or something, right?
He might have been split MVP. I think finals MVP was Hongq, actually.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Is he the 80 carry that you're like, this is the secret sauce guy?
He's their mid laner, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that you're like, this is the secret?
He's the guy. Hongq's that guy. But he's a mid laner. He's nasty. He's like 17, I think.
He's
just running LCP. Well, not really running it, but he's like he comes out with a clutch play in the big moment, you know. So he's big game hunter over there.
Big game hunter.
Yeah. And the rest of the team's just really solid as well. Forget their top laner, but he's nasty as well. But Doggo's good. And then Jinji is good. Talon just didn't look great either, considering how much they used to run the league, you know?
Yeah. Maple's not on that team anymore, is he?
No, it's Aja, Karsa, Fofo.
Dude, that guy was so sick in the LPL, actually.
I know. Yeah.
Like, he had moments where he was crazy.
Yeah. He had some moments on EDG for sure after Scout left. I mean, I don't know what happened over there, but his transition, I mean, him and Karsa, like Karsa used to run show too, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Dude, Talon's just not playing up to their potential for sure.
They're just not on the. It's just Junjia diff. That's just what it is.
Pretty much. Jinjia, Hongq, up Doggo. Yeah, I mean, Doggo ended up being probably the best 80 carry in LCP at the end of the year. I mean,
that's so funny.
Like, by the end of the year, most of the guys on CFO were like the top guys. Driver's the top laner. He is actually really solid. Yeah, I couldn't tell you where he was from.
Who's their support?
Their support's Highwing.
Yeah. That guy's been around.
Yeah. There's just like guys that have, you've seen them pop up here and there. I mean, that is a very late region to watch. I think all their games started at like 2 a.m. our time. So I didn't actually get to watch live too much of these guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you live view any of these or did you just do like...
I live viewed some of them when I was in London, but that's kind of where I got like on the CFO, or not CFO. I was kind of on the Vietnam hype train, back in Vikings, backing GAM and Secret Whales. Those are three Vietnamese teams. They're actually doing pretty sick all year. But then, CFO and Talon are just a little bit better right now.
Was originally from what region?
I think they're also PCS.
Oh, okay, same as Talon. Okay,
yeah.
Damn, so it was a PCS finals.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jeez.
Yeah, because I think Karsa played on PC or on CFO last year. They basically just traded, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's hella funny. Okay, that's funny, dude. I was looking up Karsa because I was like, this guy's been on some crazy teams, right? That guy was on Flash Wolves back in the day. This is like you watching League. I think.
I've never heard of no Flash Wolves.
Dude,
before.
Flash Wolves were the OG. Flash Wolves were like what region? They were LMS, I think. And they were just like this team that people were like, they're just like, it's a random, like minor region team, doesn't matter. And then they would come into like Worlds, and I think that they like made quarters a couple times, and like they were like stomping people. It was like, I'll have to look up this. What's his name? Why can't I remember his name? The support that was brought over to TSM for like $3 million. You know who I'm talking about? He was Sword Art. It was like Karsa, Sword Art. Man, you would recognize a lot of the players. They were sick. Yeah, at one point they had Betty, Maple, Sword Art, Boogie played on Flash Wolves. Karsa, dude, I'm telling you. I wish I could pull up the rosters that were like crazy. It's like so confusing on Leaguepedia. Yeah, Maple, Sword Art, Karsa were like I think they were the ones that were like, and like Betty.
These guys have been around for a minute.
Dude, I know.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that was the core though. I'm pretty sure it was like the Maple, Sword Art, Karsa core that was like stomping people back in the Flash Wolves days.
That's wild. Yeah. I mean, that's a while ago.
Yeah, it's pre Grayson times.
Yeah, I didn't even know what League of Legends was at that time, I don't think. So getting caught up on my history here.
Yeah. That was back in like the Kaboom era. I bet you don't even know what the Kaboom era is either. It was when like Fnatic got like knocked out of groups by Kaboom or something.
Kaboom's
were a minor
team.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is this like an emote or something?
No. My history is shit too, so I should stop talking. But there's been some good storylines.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So Karsa comes over, LCP, leaves CFO, loses to CFO. L. Yeah. I mean,
Dang.
Talon's basically the super team over in that region. We don't have to spend too much time on them because I don't want to spread too much like misinformation.
Sure.
Because I don't know that much, but CFO looks really good. Talon looked okay. Like eye test wise, I thought they looked okay. I thought Vikings and Talon were closer to level than like Talon and CFO. I felt like CFO was just on another level. They brought it more in the playoffs. Like Talon was the regular season team. Curious to see how CFO does because again, some of those guys played in LPL.
Yeah.
Some of these guys, Honq, he's a rookie, right? So he's gonna be playing against Zeka. He's gonna be playing against who else was called APA.
Big man APA.
Oh yeah.
Never missed an international.
Yeah, that's
since
true.
being in the league. Has not missed an international.
2023 summer and on.
Something like that. Yeah, because he made MSI Worlds and now this one.
Yeah. Well, he also made the Worlds with Pioshik.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
Worlds, MSI Worlds, and then this one. Holy, this guy's cracked.
That's pretty good.
That's my NA mid.
Yeah.
That's my goat.
Oh yeah. Did you get to watch any of the LTA finals?
Oh, I did. Okay, so I didn't watch it live, but I went back and watched it afterwards.
Okay.
TL kind of clapped 100 Thieves. Actually, I did watch some of it live. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was able to catch one or two of the games.
I think game 2. I texted you. It was like
that was the one where
they threw so hard,
super hard. Yeah, I think it was game 2 and 3 actually. Yeah, so game 1 I didn't see, but I think that one was like a TL stomp. But then game 2, 100 Thieves choked incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And then game 3, it wasn't as bad of a throw, but it was still a throw. It was still like probably 100 Thieves should have been up to. I think that's what you texted me. You're like,
yeah, I think that.
I know that TL just 3-0'd, but shouldn't it be 100 Thieves 2-1 right now?
Yeah. Like, I think we're both like, how is the series already over? Basically. Yeah. So is it just a spawn? I think it's a spawn in person diff or what?
Yeah. It's a spawn in person playing Path of Exile in the scrim room diff.
It's wild. I mean, their turnaround, we were shit talking them, honestly, 2 weeks ago.
I swear to God, they were the 4th best team coming out of, like, going into playoffs. They were 4th. Like, Umpty looked terrible. Maybe, dude, do we have to give credit to Umpty? Because he was like, don't judge me on best of 3s. I could be the worst player ever one series, and then I could be the best player in the world the next one. And everyone's like, when do we get to judge you? Like, you're inting your most deaths ever in the in a North American game. Like, when do we get to judge you? And then they 3-0 the finals.
Yeah.
Do we have to give this guy credit?
And they still beat Cloud9 too. Like,
I didn't even see that series.
Days before. I didn't either. I'm gonna be honest, but I was fully expecting C9 to make it through, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the winner of 100 Thieves FlyQuest, probably with the split, and then
That's what I
TL
thought.
just kind of, like a bull through a china shop. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's kind
Sorry,
of,
Empty.
yeah. Sorry, yeah, I should have
Sorry.
doubted you, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, to your credit, they didn't look very good.
They looked bad.
They looked pretty bad. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess it is just a Spawn in person diff.
Spawned it.
Yeah. And then Yawn diff too. Yawn is gross.
Dude, that guy's the best North American AD carry. It's insane.
Yeah.
I was watching him during the finals and I was like, they were showing some of his stats. I think he had one bad game in the finals, but they showed his splits, his like KDAs for the entire split. He had like maybe one or two bad games the entire split. This guy is like, he doesn't, even in games they lost, he still had like mega positive KD. Like this guy he did not have bad games.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely their bright spot on the season,
The whole split for sure.
And I think that's really good for them because, I mean, shit, that's kind of the guy they've been hoping to kind of piggyback off of,
Yeah.
I think they've been saying, I feel like for a couple years now, it's like, oh yeah, Jan's next up, Jan's gonna be sick, right? Finally seeing it, luckily.
The GOAT, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see how he actually compares against like a Viper or I don't know.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna? Who do you think's gonna make it out of LEC?
Okay, so so we've talked about the ones that are done, except for Korea. Korea, Hanwha Life did the full 3-2. Just like they will not lose a game. Zeka cannot lose a game 5. Zeus refuses to lose. This guy wants to be the next Faker. Like it's just like it's crazy diff. Zeka Zeus diff. I don't know. It's the Z diff. I don't know.
But it's like all of them too. It's crazy.
Delight like, is the best support in Korea, and like
Viper's the best ADC right now.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. It's kind of unfair that squad.
No, it's another domestic title for Peanut. My GOAT.
Yeah. That's your GOAT?
I don't know. No, he's not. But somehow he keeps coming up.
Gen G too, like I don't know, they turned it around.
Did you
see that? Yeah.
They did.
They 3-1 DK 3-0?
Something like that. Yeah, 3-1 and 3-0. I think it was 3-0, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a 3-0. Like I don't know. I was shitting on Gen G personally because I mean, they didn't look great either. It's a lot of these teams that you expect to do well at the start of the season are actually closing out the season doing pretty strong, which is cool, like good to see. But I don't know. I had high expectations for Damwon as well, and they
collapsed.
Laid a goose egg too.
I'm stoked to see HLE at this first tournament because they just like they're doing like what they're doing reminds me of DRX, where they're just like back in 2022 when DRX there was some stat where like between because DRX came in as the 4th seed in 2022. This will be quick, I promise. DRX came as the 4th seed for LCK in 2022, and they had to play through the regional gauntlet or whatever. And between the start of their regional gauntlet run and the end of Worlds Finals, someone counted up all of their best of 5 games, and they played like every possible game except for 2. It was like there was like 25 possible games or something like that, and they played like 23 of them or something.
Yeah.
So it's like Chile is doing the same thing. They're just like every game 5 games, every series 5 games. Like these guys, HLE has more games in the last 2 weeks than Larson does in the last year and a half.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Practice does make perfect. And those guys needed those games, honestly, because they didn't look good in the regular season at all. And they turned it around big time come playoffs.
Yeah.
Big game hunters, as some would say. But like, what is the stat now? Zeka hasn't lost a best of 5 in like 3 years or something like that.
I think he hasn't lost a game 5.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's 3 years. There's no way it's been since DRX that he hasn't. Well, I think it might be.
I think that was the stat. Like he's never like
he hasn't.
I think you're right. I think it's game 5. Yeah, specifically a game 5 because I remember going into the final game of Damwon or D plus versus HLE. It was like Damwon hadn't lost on blue side. All like they were like 13-0 on blue side or something.
Okay.
They were blue side game 5, but then is going up against Zeka's like 3-year-long Game 5 winning streak.
That's insane.
And obviously Zeka's streak continues, that's crazy. That's like, if you want to personify clutch,
yeah,
that's right there.
100%.
You know, I think Zek is that person.
I got to be honest, I'm pretty like stoked that Zeka continues to be a good player, because I think there's a possibility, there's a world where like that DRX team makes that Cinderella run at Worlds, and then the team splits apart, and it ends up that like Kingen and Zeka, who are the kind of like unknowns of the team until Worlds, I think there's like a very real world where they kind of like get lost to the lower tier teams and like never end up doing anything else. But both of them are still being pretty successful. I mean, Kingen is on NS. What are you going to do about it? But they still made top 4 in the LCK.
Yeah.
So
can't knock it too much, right?
Yeah. I don't know. So I'm glad that Zeka is still having success.
Oh, yeah. No, Zeka's killing it. Honestly, Barrel's still killing it. I think the only one that kind of isn't, you know, kind of fall off's kind of mean, but I mean, Pyosik just hasn't reached that same level. I mean, Def's like the only exception as well, because that was his last tournament. Let's all be honest, right? So
we can just count that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Have to remember the last dance after the last dance.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Zeka is a bona fide superstar now. I mean, you know, that's a guy that HLE wanted to bring in, build around. You know, Viper. I think it was him and Viper were the guys that they wanted to build around, right? So
yeah,
let's
build around Viper and Zeka by putting in 3 of the other best players in the world. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
that's a good roster. Good team.
I'm trying to, dude. HLE though, their first year was bad. The first year Viper came over, they were bad.
Yeah, they were.
They had like Life on support, and they had Clid in the jungle, and then I think that. No, yeah, it's Kingen. They had Kingen, Clid,
right?
Zeka, Viper,
and
Life.
Work.
Yeah, no. Glad to see that they're finally reaching their. Well, it helps having Zeus.
Yeah, let's just put a couple. You know, world champ, MSI champ. You know, Peanut won a bunch of titles. Delight recently one of the best supports in the league. Let's just put them together.
I think HLE probably wins first stand, honestly. That's a really early prediction, but
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be them or whoever wins in the LPL, right? So, like, not to shit on the other teams, but I mean,
if it's Top Esports though that makes it, G2 has a chance.
If Top Esports makes it, all the other teams have a chance. TES is anti-HLE. These guys cannot clutch to save their lives.
Yeah. That's
if it's TES that makes it out, they're going 5th. They are losing to CFO. Damn. Tough.
Yeah. They just beat BLG last night though.
They did. They 3-1'd them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BLG, man. BLG they look rough. I'm not gonna lie.
They're falling apart at the seams.
Yeah. I don't know what to really make of them. I think it's all the players just look unenthused. Yeah. Like maybe it's a Worlds hangover or something.
That could be.
You know, it's a lot of games, a lot of extra time spent traveling, and it's a short off season, right? But
yeah,
they're just not that same BLG as last year. And it's crazy how it's only been 3 months? They kept almost the same roster.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you just give it time, or are they cooked?
I think you just give it time, but
okay,
they might be cooked. Everyone's saying Wei is like the reason why they're losing, and that's not a good sign.
They have not, I feel like, figured out their jungler situation.
Yeah,
because they were splitting time, and then Wei just like didn't play for half of Worlds, and then
he played for like the first half, and then he didn't play the second half, and now he's their starter, and they lost June, and they both don't look amazing. So it's like, I don't know if keeping one over the other was even the fix.
Yeah. What team is Jun on now? Is he on JDG?
He's on JDG. Yeah. So
okay.
They get to go against Top Esports tonight.
Yeah, they play him tonight. Okay. Yeah. And then the winner of that plays our Lord and Savior, anyone's legend,
the epitome of the LPL.
Let's go.
They're nasty.
The final boss of the LPL, anyone's legend.
Who would have guessed? Nobody. It's crazy. Tarzan. I mean, okay. Tarzan, Andre, Hanks, Hope, Kyle. Like, they're a 5-headed monster in the least 5-headed monster form ever. You know, like you don't look at that roster and go, "Oh, yeah, that's first place in the LPL."
No.
Especially when you look at the next 6 rosters.
Yeah.
They just got it going, man. That's the only one where like the best team right now is like the best team playing together.
Yeah.
You know,
like better than the sum of their parts.
Yeah, that's like they're doing that the most out of any other team. I think, right now.
I mean, that's a recipe for success. I don't know. I would love to see them win the LPL. I think that would be awesome.
I think it'd be sick.
Fuck JDG, fuck TES, fuck BLG. Send anyone's legend to first stand.
I think they would wipe the floor with most of the teams. Like they'd put anyone's legend on the map, you know?
That's everyone's talking about Flandre right now too, because he like almost retired before this year, and then he's like, "I'll join this anyone's legends team," and now he's like, first time they've ever made it to a finals. First time that it's not the first time they've made playoffs, is it?
No.
Okay.
They've made playoffs, yeah.
But they've been pretty bad. Like that's how bad they've been. Is like you have to think about that for a second. They've not been good.
Yeah. No, that's a team where they only came out like second half last year, really. They started showing out a bit. And
right, I remember that.
That was without Tarzan. Was it? Yeah, because Tarzan was on Weibo. Yeah, so they had like a pretty hodgepodge group of guys. Like a lot of the guys were still the same, but no Flandre, no Tarzan.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it still was Shanks, Hope, and Kyle.
I think that's right.
And they were having a blast out there. They were coming on second half of last year, and Flandre and Tarzan were just the pieces to push them over. It'll be interesting to see how they take on a top esports or JDG in a grand final.
Yeah.
But they're fun. They're fun to watch, man.
I just want to see Pays get cooked. I want to see JDG beat TES to give LPL hope, and then I want to see him get into the finals with AL, and then I want to see Pays get absolutely cooked. Fat 3-0, Pays 10 deaths every game. Cooked. Expose him for the fraud that he is.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stop you there.
I
let you go on long enough. Last year, though, remember I was saying Pays over Jackie, and I was getting a ton of shit? We'll see you tonight. And
Jackie Love will remind the world who the best AD carry in the LPL is. Pays will not get a chance to continue the final streak.
We'll see. And when Jackie beats him, you're going to eat your words. When it's TES versus AL in the finals and no one knows what to think about it. Damn. I'm gonna come back.
I got no words.
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we're gonna check back on this and see where we're at.
What if I don't even want to predict it, but I want to see AL or JDG go. And you just want to see Pays fail. So
I just want to see the most amount of chaos. Just whatever outcome makes Pays look like a fool, but also causes like the most amount of how do we judge this situation.
I think it'd just be a top esports 3-0 then, huh?
Yeah.
That would probably turn some heads.
That would be like, okay, what now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's what I'm rooting for.
Top esports 3-0.
Yeah, Pays just doesn't even make finals. There you go.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Damn.
I do think it's going to be AL though. I think when we're all said and done.
I do hope so.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I think that would be so fun.
Yeah. LEC?
Death, taxes, G2 cooking the entire LEC for fun. G2 showing up in playoffs to just make fun of the entire region and go to every international tournament for the last 7 years? 2019? 6 years?
Caps has been in the league?
Bro. Every team Caps has been on since he joined the league. First it was Fnatic. Dude, straight up, Fnatic made World Finals in 2018. Then he goes to G2. They've made like every international basically since then. I don't know if that's actually true, but pretty much. I think Rogue went over them for MSI one year. So I don't remember, but I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I thought KC had a chance against G2.
They made fun of them.
Yeah,
dude.
there was no chance. There was nothing there for KC.
I texted Grayson after game 1 and I was like, Callist and Targamas went collective 0-12 and like 2 or 3 the first game.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they swung back in game 2. And I was like, okay, maybe it is a series, and then they just got cooked.
Yeah. After we've been glazing Callist the entire year, too. I mean, that was a tough look for the boys. Yeah. It wasn't even just Callist, like the whole team looked off in that series. I don't know if that was just my observations, but like they couldn't get anything going. G2 was just suffocating them the whole time.
One of the things that one of the analyses that I saw online was that Callist is like a really raw and mechanical player, but because he's raw, he was just getting dragged around the map, and it kind of checks out with what was actually happening. Like that guy was getting picked nonstop that whole series. Like G2 was just like dragging him around the map and just picking him off nonstop. And I think that's what they've done a really good job of. I don't know why I'm pretending like I know anything about analysis or can tell you like what is happening, but it seems right when I hear it. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, lots of raw mechanical skill, maybe not a lot of experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. G2, a lot of experience over there.
Yeah. Just I was going to jump to the next part, which is what happens for the rest of the bracket, because we're down to G2 is in the grand finals. Yeah. And then Fnatic and Mad Koi are playing in the lower bracket semis. And then the winner of that plays KC. And the winner of that plays G2 in the finals.
Yeah.
Who goes fourth here?
Yeah, that I've been trying to think about that for a little bit now. I have no idea. It's kind of like a clusterfuck for
what
2 to
happened
4.
to Fnatic, dude?
I couldn't tell you because they played that series against BDS, I think.
They should have lost.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a 3-0, basically.
It was. It should have been a BDS 3-0, and it ended up being a Fnatic 2-1. Yeah.
I mean, I was watching. What game? I think it was game 3. I think that was the game I texted you, and I was like, "Yo, turn on the LEC right now. Like, you got to see what's going on." And then Fnatic ended up turning around that game.
Yeah, right as I joined, it was like right as they came back. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like what's going on? I'm no analyst, right? We're just fans of the game.
We're just guys being dudes.
Yeah, exactly. Fnatic looked ass, bro.
I know.
I'm scared for them. But then at the same time, like Mad Koi hasn't looked crazy good either. Is that like
flawed?
Yeah. And then, Casey just had that I don't know if you can call it a heartbreaker, but definitely doesn't make you feel good after you spank MTK, go on and get spanked by G2. How does that make you feel as KC?
I think G2 just claps whoever shows up in the finals.
I think so too. Like I think it doesn't matter. I don't know. Yeah, is it just their playoff diff, bro? Like they're just different in the playoffs. They're mental or something. Their game, like their strategy, like they sandbag throughout the regular season so that teams think they have a chance. I don't know. Maybe it's the best of 3 effect. Or best of 5 effect, right? So
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's like Labrov during the whole regular split. People were like, "This guy is not good enough." Like both their bot lane. People are like, "This bot lane's not that good." Labrov is not playing that well. Hansama's not playing that well. Caps is not in his best form. BB is carrying. Skewmond is like solid, but not anything special. And now all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh yeah, Labrov is just the best support in the league.
Skewmond's the best jungler in the league.
Skewmond's the best jungler. BB's the best top laner in the league. Caps is not carrying the team still, but he's doing his thing. It's Caps. All of a sudden, Hansama is like dunking on people in these games. But it was like, there's like this turnaround, because I remember during the regular split, people are like, Labrov is not good enough for this G2 roster. What were they thinking? Why'd they pick him up? And now the most recent thing I've seen is Labrov is hands down the best support in the league. And I was like, what the fuck is happening, man?
It's the same. It's like parallel to Team Liquid, like brutal during the regular season. Everyone was writing them off.
Yeah.
and then show up in the playoffs, and it does winner take all in the playoffs. People don't care.
I'm so tired.
Yeah. How many splits is this for G?
I'm never predicting against G2 ever again in my entire life. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Except at internationals. At internationals, you can predict against him, but domestically, like,
There's no point. Like,
I don't know.
You're just wasting your time, wasting your mental energy.
You're wasting your breath. Just put G2 1 every time, and you're gonna be within. You're gonna get it right, like 90% of the time.
Yeah. It's not even a 50-50, you know. It's
No,
like
it's not.
It's like a 90-10, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It's like at worst like a 70-30 or something. Like it's not even close to a 50-50.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, every time you think it's gonna be the split, G2.
Yeah,
every time.
So, Fnatic plays Mad Koi, winner plays KC, winner of that plays G2. I think what would be the most entertaining is for Mad Koi to beat Fnatic so that we get a Mad Koi versus KC lower bracket finals. And then KC probably beats Mad Koi in that situation again, and then we just see a rematch, and then G2 just 3-1 KC again.
Yeah. Unless KC can come up with something new, I don't see them having a chance against G2. And I honestly don't see Fnatic or Mad Koi having a chance against
For some
G2.
reason, I just feel like Fnatic will have the best chance against G2 in a finals. But that's like, I don't even know that I can say that, because every time Fnatic looks good and goes up against G2, they just get like hard smashed. So I don't know, man. I think I just want a Mad Koi versus Carmine Corp lower bracket finals.
Yeah, I think that'd be the most hype. I think that'd be great for the league. And then, that's probably about where it ends competitive wise. Yeah, I hate like just handing G2 the trophy too, but it doesn't. It feels worse not handing them the trophy. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know. Fate of the universe on the line. I'm taking G2 every day of the week.
G2.
Yeah.
Like, it feels bad to give it to them, but you feel stupid if you don't.
Catch 22 right there. So G2 from the LEC.
Yeah. So we got TL, G2, Hanwha, CFO, AL.
I'd be pretty happy with those 5.
That would be a pretty fun international, I feel like.
I think that'd be pretty sick.
I think that's kind of fun because, like, I'm not so confident in TL that I think that they can't lose to CFO.
I'll be the first to say that I think CFO is going to do some damage, bro. I think they might end up top 3 at this tournament.
Really? You think they beat out 2 other seeds?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a toss-up, I think, between G2 and CFO. I think CFO would just take TL's lunch money and run away with it. I don't know if that's no one watches LCP, so no one can even have an opinion on it.
No one even knows.
Yeah, no one watches LCP and LTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the finals numbers for LTA?
Oh, it was ridiculously low, right?
It was so low, dude.
Yeah.
It was. I want to say I saw something that was like CK, but like that's so low that like it can't be right. There's no way that was.
That's
correct.
like that's like a normal Tuesday night Nongshim bro LCK match.
I know. No, it's real bad. It was like, I think it was a big part of it was like a scheduling thing because it was happening during a bunch of other stuff. But like the whole way this LTA conference has worked out, it's just not been great. Like,
yeah.
Having all the North teams beat all the South teams in the first round and then just redoing the LTA North bracket, like, that's not great.
Yeah, not great for the fans, not great for growing the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my opinions on these, like, this winter split that Riot's doing, kind of mixed. It's hard to keep track of. Like, there's so many different formats going on.
So many formats. There's like 5 different formats.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. Like, not every team gets to play each other, you know. LCK, that doesn't happen. LTA, that doesn't happen. Like, LPL, that doesn't happen at all.
Doesn't happen.
Like, I don't know. It feels too short, but at the same time, like, they really want this new first stand, right? They want this new international, which I'm excited for it at the same time, right? So it's like, what are you willing to give up to get something cool?
And Fearless is a huge success, IMO. So I don't know. I'm with you. I'm mixed. But I'm interested to see what happens at First Stand, because I think it could be, it feels like everything up to this point has been kind of like rushed and compacted.
Mm-hmm.
But if we get a really cool First Stand tournament, then
No one's
maybe
going to
it's worth it.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know either. When is First Stand? Fuck.
I was just about to ask you that. I don't know.
First Stand.
Hopefully not between March 10th and March 9th. When is it?
March 10th to 16th at Lowell Park in Seoul.
So I'm going to miss like the whole thing because I'm going to be in California.
Only a week. It's a short little tourney.
That is short. Well, there's only 5 teams going.
Yeah, that's true too. I wonder what the format's going to be like. I'm sure it's already announced, so you don't have to go through and guess.
Yeah.
But group stage, knockout stage, single round robin, best of 3, top 4, so one gets eliminated. And then it's just single elim. It's kind of like MSI last year. Either way, JDG 3-1 tonight, JDG 3-2 in the final. You want AL to go. I want JDG.
Okay. Scouting pays.
Yeah.
Got a bond for your boys. The BLG Jun jersey.
Yes. Why do you think I have it on? You know, it wasn't because of BLG.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it couldn't be because they're
out.
Because they lost.
They look terrible. They don't look terrible, but they don't look great. Yeah. There's a lot of league.
Yeah.
I'm excited for First Stand. I just want to see how these teams all stack up.
I know. We'll have to do like an episode afterwards talking about it all. Maybe we should do that. I mean, not that we have to plan everything like right this second, but maybe the move is to do one after.
Yeah. 100%. You got anything else? I don't have much. Everything's kind of been like a week ago.
Yeah.
You know, everything kind of happened. We kind of got to text about it.
Yeah, that's about all I got. I think that's all right though. It's a bit of a shorter one, but it's
we're ramping up in internationals here, so
yeah,
I'm not too mad about it.
We'll
Less league, but more league to come.
But better league.
Yeah.
And we'll have a lot to talk about for the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks
for watching. All chat.
I don't know.
All off the dome.
All chat off the dome.
All off the dome chat.
It's 11 p.m.
Episode 4.
Episode 4? 5? 4? 4.
It's either 3 or 4.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4
as well.
Episode 4.
Peace.
Peace.